The man loved his cat, more than the sun, more than the moon. He loved her sleek black fur, her emerald eyes. He loved the way she purred, a rumbling engine of contentment. But the Los Angeles winter of 2025 was a harsh one. The air, usually balmy, was bitten by a frigid wind. It chilled the man to the bone. He worried for his beloved cat, Princess. Princess was heavy with kittens, her usually playful energy replaced by a quiet anticipation. The man fussed over her, piling blankets on her bed, but it wasn't enough. He saw her shiver, saw her discomfort. He felt a growing fear. If she wasn't warm, his precious princess wouldn't be able to care for her kittens. One night a thought struck him, a spark in the darkness. He'd build a fire, a big one, to warm the entire city for his princess. It seemed simple, logical. He grabbed a can of gasoline from his shed. It smelled of power, of potential. He drove to the edge of the Angeles National Forest, his heart pounding with a dangerous resolve. He doused the dry brush with the pungent liquid. A flick of his lighter, and the flames erupted, a hungry beast unleashed. The man watched, mesmerized, as the fire began its destructive dance. Warmth, he thought, that's all he wanted. Warmth for his princess. The fire crackled and hissed, consuming the dry undergrowth with terrifying speed. The man felt a thrill course through him. He had never felt so alive, so powerful. He raced home, the orange glow of the fire painting the night sky. Princess had given birth. 3 tiny kittens, mewling softly, nestled against their mother. The man scooped one up in his hands, its eyes still closed. He held it close, feeling its fragile warmth. The fire would keep them safe, he thought. It would be a beacon of his love, a testament to his devotion. News of the fire spread like wildfire itself. Panic bloomed in the city of angels. People watched in horror as the flames devoured the hills, turning the night sky into a terrifying spectacle of orange and red. The air choked with smoke, thick and acrid. Evacuation orders blared from loudspeakers, but the man sat in his living room oblivious to the chaos he had unleashed. He watched Princess and her kittens, a sense of peace washing over him. They were warm, they were safe, that's all that mattered. The city could burn for all he cared. The fire raged for days, then weeks. It became a ravenous monster, consuming everything in its path. Homes turned to ash, families were displaced, their lives upended by the relentless flames. The air was thick with smoke, a constant reminder of the inferno raging out of control. Firefighters, exhausted and overwhelmed, battled the blaze with a ferocity that mirrored the fire itself. They risked their lives, pushing themselves to the brink, to protect the city they had sworn to serve. Among them was Captain Miller, a seasoned veteran with eyes that had seen too much destruction. Captain Miller had seen his share of wildfires, but this one was different. It was fueled by something more than just dry brush and wind. This fire felt personal, malicious. He felt a burning rage towards whoever had started this inferno, this act of utter disregard for human life. He swore he would find the culprit, the one who had unleashed this hell upon their city. He would bring them to justice. The fire burned for 4 long weeks, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. The city of Los Angeles, once a beacon of hope and glamour, was scarred, its spirit shaken. The man watching the news reports, the images of the destruction he had caused, finally felt a flicker of remorse. He saw Captain Miller on the screen, his face grimed with soot, his eyes filled with a weary anger. He listened as Miller spoke of the investigation, of the certainty that the fire was arson. The man's blood ran cold. He looked at Princess and her kittens, now playful and full of life. The guilt gnawed at him, a heavy weight settling in his stomach. Was his love, his desperation, worth the destruction he had caused? The question echoed in the silence of his living room, a deafening indictment of his actions.